Hello. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Is this too close for comfort, ma'am? Hello. Hey, how you doing? So recently, as many of you guys know, I got to fly all the way from Australia to Paris, and man, that gave me the taste for travel. So when Bethesda came to me and asked me to go all the way from Oz to LA, California, the place that I've only heard about and seen in movies, I could not say no. And if you didn't know, before I started streaming, Fortnite and Overwatch and stuff like that, I wholeheartedly only used to stream Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, so I was super excited. But I'll tell you one thing I should not have been excited for was the jet lag. For some reason, I could not sleep on the flight over. I couldn't sleep all morning or evening or night. I think I was up for maybe like 30 hours at a time, and I feel for all you guys who stay up for that long. No idea how you do it, dude. No idea. So I land in LA, and the first thing I get to do is go to the big E3 Bethesda conference. And I'm not only just saying this because, I was sent over there from Bethesda, but they had the best conference I've ever been to ever. You walk up these huge stairs into this area where you can take photos in front of this Bethesda stuff, just like a basic kind of like mural. And then you walk in and there's a bar to your left, a bar to the right, and there's people absolutely everywhere playing games. There's like a Quake Champions competition up in the back left. There's a guy painting a big Rage 2 mural to my right, so I go around and I check that out. They're serving like themed drinks here, there, everywhere, and everyone's smiling, talking about Bethesda. What are they going to release at the conference? Is the new Elder Scrolls coming? Is this coming? I get to shake the hands of so many other streamers. Shout out to Nettie that I got to meet, who I haven't met in ages because they're all from LA. And I just had the best time, man. The Bethesda conference was just so much damn fun. I can't even put it into words. In Australia, I live kind of out in the country, or I've lived there before. And then to go to this huge, big, bustling city where it seems like everyone's passionate, and just the whole entirety of E3 was amazing. So I get to go down into this back area and play a little bit of Rage 2, the new fast-paced shooter coming out. And it harkened back to those old kind of like Quake days. I know, Quake's multiplayer, big Quake 3 arena fan. But still, it was just so much fun. I don't know how much I can say about the game, but let's just say there were cool guns, cool abilities. I was jumping through the air, flying around, shooting people. The shotgun and the Rage mode were definitely my two favorite things about Rage 2, and I can't wait to play it. It's definitely up my alley, without a doubt. The one thing that I'm sad about is that I was trying not to drink because I was jet lagged as hell, so I couldn't try out many of the different alcoholic beverages they had there. But man, oh man, if I ever go back to LA, I'm gonna make sure I get a full night's rest so I can just start downing bloody, Volt drinks and Volt juices here and there and bloody this and that. Get me Pip-Boy out. And I'm not really the biggest mobile fan, I don't know if you guys are. I played a little bit of Fallout Shelter here and there, but it's not really up my alley. I know it has more players than any Bethesda game combined, but I got to try out Elder Scrolls Blades, and honestly, I can see myself playing it on an aeroplane or bus, but still, mobile games really aren't up my alley, so I felt so foreign and so weird. But it was cool to see how far the technology is coming, graphic-wise and gameplay-wise. It kind of did feel like an Elder Scrolls game. Not as much as I had wanted to, but at the same time, it did make me want to try it even more, it made me want to give it a go. So we get to walk into this huge, big conference hall. It's absolutely massive, and the band, I don't know their name. I'm very sorry to you if you're watching this, my apologies, but the band who does the theme song of Rage comes on, and they're rocking out. It was just so cool. So I'm kind of sitting there, the intro's going through, and they finally come out with Fallout 76. Todd Howard comes out. Go, Toddy. Don't tell me any sweet little lies. But he comes out and he starts talking about Fallout 76, and there's a slight pause, and then he mentions the multiplayer, dude. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger playing Morrowind with my brother or any Fallout game, there's mods, well, there was an attempt at a mod for Skyrim to make it multiplayer, and I think you've hit the nail on the head in that sense. To everyone who's developing Fallout 76, something new, bright, and kind of invigorating would be multiplayer in a huge world where we can attack one another's villages and get attacked back, wander the wasteland and find new items to cause destruction on people. I'm just super excited for it, honestly. I was a little bit hesitant about Fallout 76 because it's not another Elder Scrolls, and I was kind of rolling my eyes, but I just can't wait to jump in with friends, you know? I think that if it didn't have that, it would lose a lot of the juice. I know a lot of you guys like the single player, but man, like, I need something new, bright. Yeah, like I said, it's just some brightness, you know, some sort of shine down on me. And then they announced the Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6, baby. Let's go! I didn't get to do much exploring around the city of LA. I didn't get to do much exploring around the city of LA, but I did get to go to an IHOP, I got to go to a Shake Shack, and I did get to go to a McDonald's, and your McDonald's is absolutely disgusting compared to Australian McDonald's. I don't mean to offend you, but come to Australia, come down under, and try our McDonald's, because yours literally tastes like ass. I don't want to offend you, but if I had a bucket and I filled it up with rotten meat, and then I had a bucket and I filled it up with American McDonald's, I'd take the rotten meat. I mean, no offense, but come down under and try what we got. I wandered around the E3 booths and I got to go to the Fortnite Pro-Am, which was absolutely spectacular. With Mr. Muselk, I went as his cameraman, so I get to go on the stage and chill out with everyone, meet all these famous people, all these amazing famous YouTubers and streamers. You know, I don't want to name drop, so I won't, but I did meet Markiplier, which was absolutely spectacular. I think it's the only time I've ever really fangirled was when seeing him, you know, because he's like an OG, right? So I jogged up to him and like just stopped him and said hello and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was just awesome to see positive vibes between streamers and YouTubers and personalities, and no one had too big of an ego. So that was so good, man. That was so much fun. But yeah, I hung around the Fortnite booth for a while, got a bunch of really cool pictures, watched Lachlan and Fruity dance on the stage, which was a whole bunch of fun. Got to just chill out in that area wandering. They had a llama that you could ride, like one of those one of those mechanical bull type of things, so I was watching people fall off of that, and it was just really cool to wander around. There was a huge Jurassic World kind of overarching bit that was just amazing to see. The Twitch booth was popping. That was absolutely great. The Nintendo booth was absolutely ginormous. I should have taken a photo of it. I mean, it was ginormous. It was right next to like the PlayStation 1, and the lines were giant. I mean, like, these things were stretching for days and days and days and days and days. Literally, if you go to one of these events, you must be the first one in the line, or you will wait all day to play one game. I went off and played some Division 2 with everyone, with Loserfruit, Muselk, and Bazza, so you can go check out the gameplay on Fruity's channel. It was really, really fun to play as a squad. Again, I'm right into that kind of, you know, co-op. The co-op love right now is huge in my zone. I'm not really that into the whole single player experiences, which again harkens back to Fallout 76. We need more co-op games. We need more Portal 2s and Left 4 Dead 2s, you know? Am I the only one getting that vibe at the moment? Like, sure, playing Fortnite with your friends is great, but it's better if there's like a narrative in the game. And with games like this, in Division 2 and Fallout 76, you've got a narrative going along. You know, there's all these funny and dopey and silly moments that everyone can get behind, and you've got a story behind it. So yeah, I'm super keen for that. That was awesome. I fell asleep Yeah, I fell asleep in front of the developers of Ubisoft, which was really embarrassing. Oh, and then I went to a phase party, which was really cool, and I fell asleep there. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Oh, and then I went to a YouTube party. And I fell asleep there as well. But before I fell asleep, I was drinking, and I was having a great time. It kind of looked like I was in the Red Room of Death of some sort. It looked like I was in the underworld of hell. But I think the thing that I liked most about LA was honestly the people. Sometimes I say this all the time on stream, but Americans get the short end of the stick sometimes, and you guys treated me with such kindness and niceties. It was ridiculous. It felt like a home away from home. Everyone was lovely, and to all the YouTubers and streamers that came up to me and said hello, you guys were absolutely magnificent. Thanks for coming up and chatting with me. I'm sorry if maybe I seemed a little dazed because I was exhausted, but thank you to all the developers that came up as well. I went to all these amazing conferences. I went to the Xbox One, PlayStation. I went to whatever. Like, I was just absolutely everywhere. I was so busy and so involved at all these conferences. And it was just awesome to see passion in gaming, as I've never really gone to an event where, the developers are there, and the personalities that push these games are all there. And I was just starstruck the entire time. So thank you, LA, for having me. Thank you to America for having me. Stay cray. I'll catch you later, guys. Yeah.